Hi everybody, welcome to Cooking Uncovered. It's Miriam from North Vancouver, and tonight I am showing you how to make the most scrumptious scalloped potatoes in the world. I am serving a ham tonight to the boys. The boys are all coming over for dinner, so I'm serving the traditional roasted ham with steamed peas and scalloped potatoes. So I'd like to get started so I can show you. First of all, on the stove I have my butter and 1 onions sauteing away here on the stove. Can you see that? So it's 1 small onion and 6 tablespoons of butter are in the pan. So I'm going to get that heated up and so I can carry on with it. And to that I'm going to add my 4 tablespoons of flour. So this is just 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour right into the pot and stir that up. And I'm going to let that cook for a few minutes. While I'm letting that cook, I want to get my potatoes into my steamer, because this is the trick to great scalloped potatoes. You have your potatoes steaming. So I'm just finishing up the slicing with my handy dandy mandolin. Can you see that? And it makes the best cuts ever. So I've used 3 russet potatoes, and this is the way they end up. Look at those beautiful slices. I mean, you can't get any better. So, into a greased pot goes my my raw potatoes. I've sprayed it first, and they go in, and you steam your potato slices for 10 minutes. No longer, just 10 minutes. So we're going to put that on, wrong burner. So pot goes onto the stove, steamer, 3 russet potatoes, those big size russet potatoes, that goes in. I need to just salt my potatoes ever so slightly. That goes in. Now my onions and butter are ready, and I'm going to start adding my milk. I'm going to turn down my heat, just start adding the milk. And keep stirring. Don't want it to get lumpy. And I'm switching now to a whisk. Oops. That's 1 cup of milk, and I'm going to add some more milk here. Keep stirring. Now what I'm finding is that 3 cups of milk is perfect for this recipe. So this goes up to a higher temperature now. I have a copper pot, so it certainly makes bechamel sauce beautifully. And to that, I am going to add my salt and pepper. So a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, cracked pepper, which I love, and then I'm going to add, seriously, a smidgen, can you read that? Smidgen of nutmeg. A smidgen of nutmeg, seriously. It helps enhance the flavors, but I do not want it to overpower the bechamel sauce. So this is on medium-high heat. I keep stirring with my non-stick whisk, which I gave the girls. A bunch of my girlfriends have got these. They're kind of fun. And did you see my mandolin? I'm just going to check everything's fine. My mandolin that I'm using is just this one with the guard. I always use the guard when I get closer to the blade. This is an amazing tool. So if you don't have a mandolin for slicing like potatoes, it's an amazing tool. When I did my onions, I just wanted to show you the size of my onions. I just cut them up as you would cut them up for soup. So it's just a medium diced, and that goes into the butter. Saute the onions until they're transparent, and then you add the milk. Now this is going to take a few minutes, but that's okay because I've got to show you what I'm serving tonight for dinner. I'll just clean this up. So I just want to show you this amazing ham that I'm serving tonight. And what I've done, I've got the most amazing glaze. And you start your ham off quite high at 425 oven, and make sure you always preheat your oven. And this is a semi-cooked ham. I just bought it, and it's bone-in, and it was a great deal at the grocery store, so I couldn't resist. And what I've done is I've added some red pepper jelly to, it's not here, red pepper jelly, no, actually it's chili powder pepper, something. Let me look. Oh yeah, okay. This is what it is. It's red chili pepper. It's it's kind of a jelly. Okay, so I've added half a cup of this with some brown sugar and a can of mandarin oranges. I strained the mandarin oranges, and then I blended it with my immersion blender, and then poured some of it, about like half of it, over the ham into the oven for 5 minutes at 425, and then you reduce the heat to 300, 325, and then you pour it, the rest of the sauce over it in 2 batches, and you let it go for about 40 minutes in the oven after that. And it is so beautiful, as you can see. Can you see the back of it? Doesn't that look wonderful? So I'm just kind of practicing, because I have to do a ham for Christmas as well, so I'm kind of practicing. So we've got our potatoes steaming. We've got another 5 minutes to go with the potatoes. Oops, woo, they're splashing everywhere. It's okay. And my bechamel is almost ready. I'm going to move my ham. Now, what we need is a casserole dish. So, over here is my casserole dish. And what I find is that it's really a good idea to have a dish with a tight-fitting lid, because then your potatoes don't dry out. So, this sauce takes approximately 10 minutes to thicken after you have sauteed your onions. So don't rush it. Just keep stirring it though, because you certainly don't want it to burn. And oddly enough, the potatoes are steamed for 10 minutes as well. So that's what we're waiting for. Here's just for this to steam. So this is just a very traditional ham dinner. This is thickening up nicely. I do want to show you this. Ouch, that's hot. Let me show you this. See that? Nice, eh? See, you can see that it's starting to get thick. It's beautiful. That's our bechamel. And I bought this copper pot at one of our great department stores, and it was on sale, on sale, on sale. And I have to tell you that I've never burnt sauce since I bought a copper pot. It's an amazing kitchen tool for sure. And this is thickening up beautifully. And see, my potatoes are steaming up nicely. That's great. So we've got another 2 minutes to go. And this is just perfect. So what I do is I grease the inside of my casserole dish. So with you can use wax paper, you can use parchment paper, you can use your hand, whatever you like. Just grease the inside, because you don't want the potatoes to stick to the casserole dish, of course. You can use your non-stick spray if you want, that's fine too. I do like the fact that butter is lining the dish, because it does give the potatoes a nice taste. After the potatoes go into the pot, after they've steamed, you'll notice that they are semi-cooked. They're kind of, what happens is they get transparent on the outside of the slice, and the inside is still raw, and that's what you want. You want a half-cooked potato going in. So this is quite good. We're almost there. And then what I do is I pull, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my cooked scalloped potatoes out of the oven now, and I want to show you what they look like after I get this into the oven. So your oven is on 350. Your rack is in the middle position, because you don't want it too high so it gets really hot. I'm going to turn this off. Your potatoes are almost at the right point. You do want to half cook them. I'll show you what I mean by that. See how nice and hot that is? And let's just get those in and I'll show you what I mean. Alright, so I hope you can see this. It's kind of cool. They're kind of, can you see that? See, the outside is a little transparent. That's exactly what you want. So pull them out about 10 minutes. Alright, pepper those. A little bit of salt for the potatoes. There we go. And just pour your lovely bechamel sauce over the whole thing. and that's going to be beautiful. Make sure you cover all the potatoes. There we go. And you cover this, and you have it in a moderate oven, 350, for 20 minutes. You pull it out when your guests arrive. So I'm going to pop that into the oven. Oh, I want to show you this before I do, sorry. So this is what it looks like in the, see that? So it's not completely saturated, but there's enough sauce in there just to make it divine. So that's going into my oven. At this point, you hope that people who are coming for dinner want leftovers, right? So here's my cooked casserole. I just want to show you what they look like after you have followed this procedure. It's just delightful. Use that bowl. Okay. So here's the perfect. These are lovely, luscious, creamy, and it's got still enough sauce that when we put it on the ham, it's just going to sort of run onto the ham. So look at those lovely, can you see that? Those lovely scalloped potatoes. I'm just thinking they are pretty nice looking. And look at, they're tender and they're ready to eat. So that is the trick to a great scalloped potato. So my friend Martha was asking for a really good recipe because she was getting frustrated with her scalloped potatoes. So Martha, I hope you enjoy this, and I know the boys are going to enjoy this. So thanks for watching for a beautiful scalloped potato dish. Easy peasy, quick, and very delicious. So thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later. Do you notice I have my absolute favorite apron on, other than the one that Kathy Bray gave me, of course. Favorite apron, scalloped potatoes, ham, steamed peas. We're set for the evening. Thanks for watching. Bye.